Hi, I'm Mattheus from Guardians of Andromeda, and I'd like today to show you people at home how to play the solo For the Love of Metal from the album Light Years from Destiny. So please, make yourselves comfortable and we'll kick off. So, that was me beautifully miming along to the solo For the Love of Metal. And what I'd like to do now is to break it down into some bite-sized chunks, especially for you people at home. And I'd like to just talk for a moment, if I may, about vibrato. Vibrato is the key to the cheese piece. And to do big vibrato, you must put on your Sambora face, and then you must give it the full beats. Now, you can do vibrato in many ways. You can go. You can go. Me, So, that's what I'd like to show you today. So, first of all, we start the solo with some choice slideroonies. We're starting note here, which is on the 8th fret. A nice G note for you. What do? Is we take it straight up. That again with added extra cheese. Sometimes live I like to give it the more beats. Mostly. For our first big bend, which is in the E minor pentatonic position, which I'm sure all your guitarists at home are very familiar with. Now you do the pivot point style vibrato here, which I'm a particular fan of. So, lots of B minor pentatonic noodlings with plenty of vibrato. Once we've finished in this position here, we go up to the second position. Some people like to think of it as the G major scale. Live, I like to cut that note just short, just before it reaches the correct point. And if you can get that harmonic in there, all the better. And then we go for the big lick. Now the big lick, it's a very cliche, traditional thing, and we here at Guardians of Andromeda always believe in as much cliche as possible. So, whenever we write a guitar solo or we write a rhythm and somebody says, "You can't do that," it goes in. So basically this was a full-on cliche Sambora style lick, which I had blatantly stole from him, and I'll just show you now. And it's very, very simple. It's just low loads of that kind of. So again. I tend to sort of slightly overbend that to give a more sort of dramatic feel, but technically it should be here. But I tend to overreach it slightly, just to give it the full-on dramatic beans. I do like that vibrato, don't you? So each one of those notes as we go up, again, you've got to give it the beans, always with the beans. And then we go into the more mellow moment. Now, this is an interesting one. This is when we originally recorded this solo. The solo was supposed to actually end there, but I think as the piece went on, I just noodled out the ending. And I believe Michael, who is sat somewhere around here.
Good evening, good day.
There it is. He decided to leave it on the album because it was one of those kind of, that's really ridiculously stupid and over.
But it was beautifully stupid.
Thanks. But anyway, I digress. So the thing here with this track is as I recommend, is try to leave the noise gate off for this one, because this is a technique which is sadly lacking in quite a few guitarists, but I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about here. You roll down the volume to clean up the guitar sound, so you lose a little bit of distortion and the amp starts to sound clean. So we go into the section where we're in the E minor position, not just a little bit outside of the pentatonic node, but we. Very important, this bit. By far the most important part of the solo. Then we come to this bit. Back into the G major position. Make sure you pick all the notes. Okay, so the last note in that one was a nice little, gentle little, cheeky little hammer-on. So this last little run, just a very simple little run down the E minor scale. Very important you add the cheese though, because otherwise it just sounds like this. It's not what we're going for. We want. And that's simply how you play. Most important. Lots of that, none of this. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching, and before you go, what are we going to do? We're just going to kick off and I'm going to play this for you, but with the magic of video technology here on Earth, we're going to change the angle so that you can see me play it a bit closer up. So please, take it away. gentlemen, take what you've learnt today and take it away and add it into your own repertoire. It'll make you a better guitarist. And we all like a small guardian in us, don't we? We all like a small guardian in us, don't we? Ladies and gentlemen, you've been wonderful, I've been better. Good evening.